Ho ho buddies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and today we're playing 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Last time we got to an ending of the visual novel. One of 5 different endings it looks like. It turned out that Santa, the guy with the white hair, betrayed us and left through the 9th door. And now to fully solve the mystery, I'm guessing this is the true ending maybe. We have to go back and investigate the other paths. So the first path we're going to is here, where we decided between the 4th and 5th doors, just in case there's any kind of... Oops. Just in case there's any kind of thing that we pick up there that we wouldn't if we went the other way. So let's go do that. So, I thought we were finished with that topic. But then what should we do? We should talk it through. Oh my god, enough. He's the traitor. All we're doing is talking. Santa threw up his hands. His voice was filled with irritation. Talking won't solve anything. Can't help us find our way out of here. Really sure you want to just sit around? We only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours. Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made them feel more intense. No one was willing to argue this time. You're right. Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed. Sure. Sure not going to be fun running around knowing we got to jump when Zero says jump. Well, it's stupid to just sit around here and doing nothing. Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works. Correct, and so long as we follow the rules, we should, will most likely be alright. But what? Who's going to go in which door? June looked toward the numbered doors. Oh yeah, that's right, we can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door. Then it would seem we will have to split up. Wait. Lotus looked terrified. I'm telling you now, there's no way in hell that I'm going into door 5. Come now, don't be selfish. Call me whatever the hell you want, I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here. And we were doing so well. Ace shook his head sadly. Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5. Oh, Santa, not you too. Hey man, I just bought these shoes. If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over them, you got another thing coming. That was the last straw. What the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going? Yeah, so? Doesn't mean I want to go into door 5. Oh god. There was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke. Fine. I'll go into door 5. I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me? There was another long silence. This time, Snake was the one to break. I'll go. What? Don't worry, you'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later. How do you know that? Because I do. Interesting that he knows that, right? That's not an answer. If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5. What am I going to do with you? There's nothing you have to do. Ace stepped forward. If I join you, the problem is solved, correct? 7 is 7 and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 on my 1, the digital root will be 5. The digital root of 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. Oh, it works perfectly. The 4 of us can go into door 5. Wait. What about the other 4? What's their digital root going to be? Junpei did a quick mental calculation. Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. So that's 11 plus 11. That's 4. Digital root of 22 is 4. He repeated what he'd determined. It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital route is 4. Then we can go into door 4. Yeah, that worked out well. So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover and Ace will go 5. Lotus, Santa, June and me will go through 4, but we're going to change our mind and go through 5. Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer. Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that would mean she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that. Junpei was torn. Should I stay silent and go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5? As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up. Alright then. It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go? He began to walk towards door 5. I'm going through door 5. Clover and Snake followed and 7 a short distance behind. We're over there too, right, Snake? The door's not going anywhere. Slow down. Which door? Right, so we're going to go to door 5. Hey, wait! Junpei's cry echoed across the room. The 4 people walking towards the door stopped and turned back toward him. I want to go through door 5 too. The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up. What? What are you saying, Junpei? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you. He turned around to look at her. No, you can't. I can't take you with me. Why? Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that? Well... June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt an ache in his chest, at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions. Please, let me go into door 5. 7 scratched his head and looked at the young man. Man, now we're right back where we started. You know that. Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we're going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us. Snake turned to Ace. Ace, please, take good care of Clover. Oh, alright, that's fine. 1 plus 4 is 5. Don't go away! You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others. No! Don't be so selfish. Snake's tone was harsh. Why? Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Poor Clover. Snake's expression softened, and he put his arm around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear. You'll be fine. Just relax. It looked as though he'd whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei didn't hear them. Oh. Huh? What did he tell her? He couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. Snake pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring. Okay, I understand. Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. Before long, new teams were assembled. Let's make sure we've got this straight. Those going into door 5 are me, 7 and Snake. 7, 2 and 5 equals 14. The digital route is 14, which is 5. And those going to door 4 are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace and Clover. That's 22. And the digital route is 4. We're okay with this. No problems here. Yes, let's do it. Alright then. 7, Snake and Junpei scan their numbered bracelets in quick succession. The screen of the red showed 3 asterisks. The lever's all that's left. Okay. Alright then, let's go. Junpei glanced around one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red. Okay, please be careful. Concern was written painfully across her face. We will. Junpei looked her in the eye and gave her what he hoped was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. With the sharp clack of a lock releasing the door swung open, I see. And it's open. Ahead of them in the small hallway were the pitiful remains of the 9th man. Ugh. That's messed up. That was the 9th man. For a moment Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse and his feet would not leave the floor. 7 too seemed paralysed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway and only stopped when he realised his companions were not following. Ah. How can you? Well, you intend to kill me. I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you? He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was at most slightly cocked toward one shoulder. Sorry. Let's go. Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrists of all 3 men. Whoa. 7 and Junpei looked down at their bracelets. On both of them and on Snake's, a red skull had flickered to life. Damn it, the countdown has started. They'd scarcely processed this information when... With a metallic slam, the numbered door behind them swung shut. Shit, the door! There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device... Hey, where is the dead? The fear and urgency in 7's face reflected what all 3 of them felt. How the hell should I know? Stay calm. Look around you. Okay. Okay, I get it. Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead. Ah! He found it easily enough. It was on the wall next to the closed door, labelled 5. Found it, right here. As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other 2 scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down. Phew. Well, it looks like it stopped. As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand. God damn. Thing's gonna give me a heart attack. A muscle stood out in 7's neck and the corners of his mouth were twitching. Junpei, are you alright? Are you guys okay? They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct, from the other side of the door. Yeah, we're fine. The detonators have been deactivated. They heard relieved sighs, and even through the door, the 3 men could feel the tension disperse. Alright, we're moving on. Be careful, okay? Okay. Sure thing. And the gun. They heard footsteps moving away, and before long, they were alone again. Now, Junpei looked around. Doesn't look like we can go any further this way. The hallway ended roughly 20 or 30 feet from where they stood. Maybe this wall can be moved. Or not. It's not budging. Hey, there's a door over there. To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. In the middle of it was a plaque that read First Class. A first-class cabin, huh? Well, it seems like it. Let's have a look then, shall we? Alright then, let's go. LFG gamers. Yeah. Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. 7 followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but... He stopped, just short of the threshold, and looked back, not knowing why. I don't want to look, but... Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind. It's so horrible, I can't even tell what's what. What had once been a man's internal organs now looked like so much vomit. Although something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. As though something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It was hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been human. The black pool of thick blood. The lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor. The awkward, twisted tangle of shredded intestines. The head, wretched to some grotesque, unnatural position. He'd been wearing these. The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked and the frame bent and distorted. And next to the glasses lay a bracelet, the number 9 still displayed on its face. The bracelet's off. Oh, wait, Zero did say. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from this ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. The bracelet comes off when you're dead. But what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this? Just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human. Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse and a knot of muscle gripped his throat. Oh god, I feel like I'm going to puke. I gotta get out of here. He clapped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first-class cabin. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear. Where did they... He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right and went through. Through here? On the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down the hall, opened the door at the other end, and peeked through. There they were, to his right, busy examining something. What's up? What's up, guys? He stepped through the door and walked toward them. Check this out. We found this thing here on the door. The red light is on. Does this mean it's locked? So I would assume. Is there any other way out? We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything. So you're telling me that unless we can open this door... Yes, we won't be going anywhere. Junpei stepped forward from the door and looked around the room. This looks like a bedroom. Then the other room is probably a living room or the closet you can get to one on a ship. Or the closest you can get to one on the ship. Not closet. Alright, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys. Here we are. Seek a way out. Did I just miss the little cut to our eyes, or did it not give us one? Okay, so we've got first class cabin, got a bedroom, a living room, toilet, bath, and then closet space. Okay. Oh, okay. A score plate. What's it made of? Is it paper? Oh, I see. This feels like glass. A rectangular plate of glass. Is there something written on the surface? Yeah, it's a sheet of music with a couple of A notes. Just A's. Yeah, that's it. Kind of weird, huh? Maybe it's got to go on top of some music. It took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room, almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity. What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden. Snake waited a moment before answering. I heard something strange. Something strange? Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans. I notice even the slightest of noises. Right, are you going to tell me that you can hear a needle drop from a mile away? No, such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sounds echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects. Oh yeah, that's right, when Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was... Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast, certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them. Really? Junpei was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. He stared at Snake, skeptical. You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try? I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we? With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned and walked away from Junpei. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. So this is the locking thing. It's flashing red. That's usually not a good sign. Is that a microphone? It looks like a satellite dish. Oh, this here. Let me see. Well, judging by the feel of it, I'd guess that we're meant to produce some sort of sound. And this device will sense it and unlock. Okay. Yeah, okay. So what else have we got in this room then? A white desk. Feels kind of fancy. Oh, piano. What's this? This isn't a score. Is this a map of the ship? A map? There's a map of the ship here. Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You best hold on to it, Junpei. Okay. It is now possible to use the map screen. Piano keyboard. What is Snake doing? He can't play, can he? This piano, there's something amiss with the keys. You mean it's out of tune or something? No, not that. It's properly tuned, just... Well, the sounds are clearly purposefully different. The C key doesn't yield a C, but rather a different note entirely. The same goes for the D keys. They play some other note. Why do you think it's like that? Isn't it painfully obvious? Zero modified it in some way. This piano, you see, is part of one of the puzzles Zero has set for us. Perhaps if we play the keys in the correct order, something will happen. In other words, we need to play a song on the piano. I believe so. Okay, so we need to work out what song to play. It's totally a table with a mirror. Ah yes, you know, that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she's staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? Thank you. Okay, so what is this? This safe is locked. It's one of those dial locks. Doesn't have a key. We just need to get the dials in the right place and it'll open. Did you find anything, Seven? Nope. How about you, Snake? I also found nothing. Ooh. A second plate. Yes, this feels like glass. A rectangle of glass, transparent, I assume. I can feel something printed on the surface. What is it? A sheet of music with some C notes on it. Should I combine these two? No, can't do that. A leather suitcase. There's nothing inside. I can tell by the weight and it makes no noise when shaken. It's a leather suitcase. Unfortunately, there's nothing inside. Okay. The bathtub is full of water. Is there ash or something in this water? It looks kinda grey. Let's just pull the plug. No, hold on. Maybe we can, I don't know, use it for something. Use it for something? Huh. This faucet is really hard to turn. And doesn't matter how hard I yank on it, this thing won't budge. Hard for you to turn, kid. How about you let a man give it a shot? Damn it. Nothing. Might as well be a damn rock. It looks like something's holding that knob in place. Well, if you can't do it, Seven, guess we might as well give up. Okay. The lights, huh? It doesn't look like there's anything hidden there. Testing, testing. Hey, it's great to see you all here. I just flew in from New York and boy, my arms are tired. Yes, thank you. I'll be here all week. Try the veil. The veal. That's not a mic, Seven. It's just a shower head. What? What the hell? He's got the same kind of humor as Ace. Well, the sink's clean. Any water? Nothing's coming out. I've got the faucet on all the way, but I can't hear anything. Okay, I guess there's nothing in here for us. Okay. This way? What's this? It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It has score printed on the front of it. Score. That's got to be musical score. If that's true, then the score we've just found was probably in here. At least at some point. Oh, I see. So there's nothing actually. Okay, put the music in there. Okay. Oh! There's 9 gates in front of the fireplace. There's something behind it. Oh, I need something to get it out. Okay. There are a couple of lights up on the wall. What else we got? That's where I came in, right? Hey, Junpei, where you going? You and me come out of that door. No point going back there. All that's out there are locked numbered doors and a dead body or what's left of it. Yeah. There's some sort of antique desk. Makes sense though, I guess this whole room's full of antiques. You can get a nice handful of cash for all the stuff in here. What else are we missing here? Vase. I get it, you're gonna use this vase, right? That's pretty clever, Junpei. But you gotta fill this thing with water. Okay, cool. So we can get that from the bath, right? Oops. Suitcase made of leather, the colour of rich mahogany. Well, shoot. Looks like there's nothing in it. What about this one? Dang, nothing in there. Pointless. Okay, another one that just has G's. It's a rectangular piece of glass. You can see right through it. There's a couple of G notes written on it. I wonder what that means. Okay, so we are going to go back to the bathroom. The bathtub's full of gross, cloudy water. Alright. Shouldn't be too hard to fill this vase up. So then we're going to go over the fireplace. Oops. Check this out. Alright, time to put this fire out. About time, buddy. Let's do it. Here we go. Ha 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 ha! Good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance. Alright, I'll just pull this out now. Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down the sleeves. Score plate. Okay, so can I combine this? No. Maybe I've got a... As Junpei took the plate into his pocket. Oh. Seven cried out and stumbled. His balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself and avoid the floor, but his face was flushed and he looked startled. Hey, Seven, what the hell was that? You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all. Seven rubbed a couple of fingers across his brow, and then shook his head as if to clear it. What the hell's wrong with me? First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason. Memory loss? Junpei couldn't hide the surprise in his voice. Seven, for his part, seemed unconcerned. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up. Didn't realize I hadn't told you. Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right? Yeah, I guess so. Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you? If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I? Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Junpei paused for a moment and stared at Seven. Are you telling the truth? Huh? Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything. If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something? Well, sure, I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck. But that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured I wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about. It wasn't worth the trouble. After all, why worry about something I can't change? Well, people usually don't stay amnesic forever. I figured it'll work itself out eventually. That's it. That's it. Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work. Seven gave Junpei a look the younger man wasn't sure how to interpret and turned to walk away. How are you fine with something like that? Somehow, though, Junpei didn't find his reassurances very reassuring. It says score on this paper. I guess you put the sheet of music in it. I guess, okay. So what to do now, then? Is there definitely nothing else in here? Well, now that we've put the fire out, we can actually empty this, right? Is there going to be something in there? There's a plug at the end of this chain. Alright, why don't we just drain this water? Yeah, good plan. Alright, where's that thing? A good tug ought to be enough to get it out. Huh? Oh, another one. Okay. A transparent plate made of glass, yes? There's a sheet of music with a couple of D's on it. Cool. Alright, so we've got a bunch of notes. Maybe we should try this piano then. Actually, was there anything? Nope. Is this the right door? It's a light switch. Nothing happens when I press it. I guess I can't go to the left. Okay, that's fine. Where's that little piano? Music stand. Seems as good a place as any to put this music we found. Just gotta put the ceramic plates on the bottom. And then stack the glass plates on top of it. Alright. Good. Sweet. Now I can play the music. Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I'm unable to see. You see? I'm sure I needn't tell you, but the keys on this piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. You understand? Yeah. Alright, let's give this a shot. Right, okay. Right, so what is C here? Okay, so... Okay, do. And then... Did it? And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Junpei! We did it! Looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go. Good plan. Stand. Bow. Be seated. Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least Snake thinks it's funny. Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. Westminster! The palace in London that plays host these days to the Houses of Parliament. You've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yes? Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour. London. The capital of England, huh? At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. Well, let's go then. Alright, let's go. So we fixed... You found it. Okay, so that is one alternate path that we've actually done. He came out the door and into a long straight hallway. Another hallway. Let's have a little look at what our flow is. Okay. So I've got a bunch of stuff to get through first, just in case. He paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him. That should do it. Seven was bent over, apparently doing something to the door. What's he up to? Junpei had spoke more or less to himself, but apparently Seven had heard anyway. The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei. I was just putting one of those plates in there. In order to keep the door from locking again. Oh, okay. So he's been doing that all the way through. Now we can come back here anytime we want, right? Ah. Why would you want to come back here? Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered. I might like to play a little piano. Piano? Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet. Without waiting for an answer, Seven started off down the hallway. Well then. Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed Seven. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself. Can't say I could ever imagine Seven playing the piano. He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess. Why would he want to leave the door unlocked then? I've no clue. Hey, wait for me. Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door, and then walked away towards his companions. After some time in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area. Whoa, a metal grate. A large metal grate like the door of a jail divided it in half. Why is this thing... Ah! They shook it for a while, but as they expected, it did not move. Figures. Those elevators over there. No way to know if they're working or not from here. Oh, there's a door just to the left of the grate. Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open. Sounds like it's locked. Yep. Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room. Stairs leading down. They're blocked by the grate, though. But this here seemed accessible. So we can open it. No, I think it's locked too, look. In the centre of the door was a small keyhole. Next to the keyhole, a small symbol had been carved into the metal. What's this mark? The female symbol. He wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Snake naturally was somewhat more sure. Ah, the Venus symbol, I imagine. Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway? They reference many of the solar bodies. Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth. So as you can see, this one, that one is likely not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol. So I assume. Hold on, where's 7? While they've been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realised 7 had just slipped away. His absence now felt, Snake and Junpei turned to look for their missing companion. Ah, there he is, down that hallway. 7 had left them to head down the hallway extending to the right of the stairs. This way, Snake, follow me. Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they both headed off after 7. Before long, the three of them stood in front of a door. I wonder if this door will. It was a French door. How about that? It opens! Junpei tested the door and realised that, unlike so many others that they'd encountered, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. He stepped inside. Oh, wow. It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new surroundings. Is this some kind of casino? Sure looks like one. Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Snake was shaking the door they'd just come through. Well, this is troubling. As 7 and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration and then kicked the door for good measure. It seems we're once again locked in. There was no reason to panic, however. Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way. It's not like we had anywhere to go that way, I see. So we just find another exit then. Alright guys, let's split up and search this room. Come on, no dawdling, let's go, quickly now. Spurred to action by 7's words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room. Alright. Yeah, what's going to... There's no, Junpei's eyes? We're missing Junpei's eyes? What's going on? Is that because we're in novel mode? Is that what it is? Here's the casino. And guess what? We're going to be looking at that next time on Borderline Games. Thanks so much for watching this episode of 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. And I'll see you next time. Have a good evening. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.